Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
The spirit of the Golden Empire. This is 17 News at Sunrise.
The Tehachapi area homicide and a possible connection to an officer-involved shooting on the Nevada-California border. We have the latest on the investigation.
Plus, what Ukraine is now saying this morning about what may have caused the plane crash yesterday that killed 176 people in Iran, as they await permission to examine the crash site from Iranian officials.
Congress takes a bold step today to try to limit the president's power to wage war with Iran, what that vote would mean, and what experts are saying about Iran's missile strikes. This is Thursday, January 9th, 2020. Good morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher.
And we're taking a look at your forecast on this Friday, Junior, because rain is moving on into the Golden Empire. Let's check in with Kev.
Yeah,
for a first look at your forecast.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to talk over you. Yeah, it is dry out there now, but taking a look at yesterday, and our high was 50 degrees, so we have been relatively cool into the 40s to lower 50s. Yesterday was about 5 degrees off the normal. Record temp, 76, set back in 2017. One thing is not a problem today is the fog. We've got 8 miles visibility in Bakersfield, 6 miles up near Tulare and Fresno, and 3 miles out of Merced. Remember, yesterday we were down to 0, and that's because we've got more cloud cover, and this next storm is starting to bring some rain to the north. 45 in Bakersfield at this time. We have a light wind out of the west at 3, and here's a look at our pinpoint Doppler HD, and nothing to be found just yet, but that will change as we go throughout the afternoon. Some light showers are expected. By 7 a.m., 45 degrees, mostly cloudy, a 50% chance of showers throughout the afternoon. And then for the mountains, currently 34 degrees out of Tehachapi. It is a little bit breezy, and that's going to continue throughout the day. There's a wind advisory for you. Visibility is good at 10 miles, and as we take a look at the day, we'll start out in the 30s, and we're going to end the day in the upper 30s to lower 40s. But again, windy, and that snow level hovering near 4,200 feet by the afternoon. I'll have much more on this storm coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's send it over to Alex with a check of traffic.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Taking you outside for the first time this morning at the 99 near Airport Drive, and as you can see, things are looking pretty clear on that side of town. Now, we do have one crash being reported on Copus Road near I-5 northbound lane, so that's way out there, but just keep that in mind if you're headed out that way. It doesn't look like there's any injuries, which is good news, but other than that, it's all looking pretty good across Kern County. We'll have another check coming up in about 15 minutes.
And we begin this morning with a possible connection between a murder near Tehachapi and an officer-involved shooting near the Nevada-California border. 17's Vanessa Dillon is following this story, and she joins us now with the latest. Vanessa?
Well, Maddie, on 17 News at 5, we brought you the latest on an ongoing homicide investigation in Golden Hills. A few hours later, we learned about a police chase resulting in an officer-involved shooting with a murder suspect near the state line. According to the sheriff's office, they received a call for a welfare check on a residence in the 21800 block of Quail Springs Road in Golden Hills at around 2 yesterday afternoon. When they arrived, they found the woman dead with traumatic injuries. No other information was released. 5 hours later, a separate incident involving a homicide suspect near the Nevada state line put local law enforcement on alert. According to police sources, law enforcement chased the homicide suspect to the Nevada state line, causing the closure of Interstate 15 in both directions. The incident ended with the suspect shooting himself and officers returning fire. According to sources who spoke with our Las Vegas sister station, KLAS, the suspect did die in that shooting. Those sources also said the suspect allegedly killed his mother and dismembered her in California. They added she was an employee of a correctional facility. Back in Golden Hills, neighbors told us the woman found dead in her home worked at the Tehachapi prison. Through the assessor's office, we obtained the name of the homeowner for the address where the woman was found dead. We contacted the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation to ask if the name matched with one of their employees. They confirmed the name we provided belonged to a Tehachapi State Prison employee. We're now waiting on the sheriff's office to release that name. A press conference with law enforcement agencies investigating these incidents is expected sometime this morning. We'll bring you the latest when those details emerge. In the newsroom, Vanessa Dillon, 17 News.
Vanessa, thank you. Overnight, a student at Bakersfield High School was arrested, accused of threatening a school shooting. Kern High School District Police say that they arrested a teenage girl. The district says the student posted threats on Snapchat. It was allegedly about a shooting at a Stockdale High School sporting event. BPD and Kern High Police say the threat was not credible. They identified the student and arrested her. The district says Stockdale parents were called yesterday about the threat.
It's been 3 months since the city of Bakersfield implemented a human waste cleanup program, and last night the city council voted to extend and expand it. The pilot program launched in downtown Bakersfield and Old Town Kern September 30th. Since that time, there have been hundreds of calls for cleanup in the service areas. Yesterday evening, the city council voted to extend the program another 3 months and expand the hours of service from 20 to 26 hours a week. Part of the agreement also calls for the Bakersfield Homeless Center to perform general cleanup downtown and in Old Town Kern. This is all funded through Measure N resources.
The city council also approved a multi-million-dollar request for state funds to help with Kern's homelessness problem. If more than $3.3 million is approved, the city says it will work with community partners to determine how best to allocate the money to address homeless concerns here in Kern County.
Also at last night's city council meeting, a heartfelt thank you and goodbye to the longest-serving Bakersfield city manager, Alan Tandy.
But you are a doer. You have done us proud. Your hard work. You know, you led by example. You expected a lot, but no more than you gave.
And you've really been a rock for this community. And when I think of one word for you, I think it's stability. You provided stability for 27 years to the city of Bakersfield, and we thank you for it.
For 27 years, Alan Tandy has been at the helm of city operations, and now he's retiring. Tandy received accolades and recognition from council members and state lawmakers and Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy. He entered Tandy's name in the Congressional Record Report.
In your 17 Core Watch now, opening statements are expected later this morning in the retrial of a woman accused of murdering a local chef back in 2017. 52-year-old Michaela Bowers is accused of killing her longtime boyfriend, Ray Ingram, who owned Southern-style restaurant Jay's Place. Prosecutors say Bowers shot Ingram in a fit of jealousy over his infidelity when she found out he bought her and another woman the same gift for Valentine's Day. The defense claims she accidentally shot Ingram during a heated confrontation when he threatened to kill her. This week, as attorneys prepare for trial, they question prospective jurors on topics including domestic violence, self-defense, and homicide. Last year, a jury deadlocked over a verdict and a judge declared a mistrial.
17 News is your local election headquarters. A quick reminder this morning, if you vote by mail with no party preference, you cannot vote for presidential candidates in the upcoming March election unless you fill out this form. The form asks you which party's presidential ballot you wish to fill out. You can request a ballot only for the Democratic Party, American Independent Party, or the Libertarian Party. The form does not include the Republican, Green, or Peace and Freedom parties because they hold what are called closed primaries. Those are primaries only open to voters registered in the Republican, Green, or Peace and Freedom parties. However, the primaries held by the Democratic, American Independent, and Libertarian parties are open to all voters. The form is due by tomorrow, but county elections representatives say they'll be flexible on the date so long as you get it in as soon as possible. Meantime, if you wish to vote in any of the closed primaries, you will need to re-register with that party.
Again, just try to follow that deadline of tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because, don't think about putting it off because they need that as soon as possible. President Trump continues his tough talk with Iran. As congressional Democrats take a big step today to try to limit the president's ability to attack the rogue nation. The latest from Washington coming up in 26 minutes. Plus, up next, how Army veterans are caring for injured koalas in the wake of the devastating Australian wildfires.
And we are tracking a storm that will bring some light rain into Kern County this afternoon. We'll talk more about it coming up after the break.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News with Maddie Jansen, Alex Fisher, and Kevin Charette with your Pinpoint Doppler forecast. This is 17 News at Sunrise.
And as we continue to say goodbye to Tabitha Mills, she continues to share some of the feel-good stories that you've come to expect from her.
Yeah, it's a fun time to take a look back at some of the all-time best stories that you've been able to tell, but these are just a handful of them. This is a really, really good one, though.
Yeah, this story right here is a story about a program that is helping adults with special needs in our community find purpose. Benjamin Dirks is the first graduate of the program, and his success speaks volumes about the abilities of adults with special needs.
Have a good day. Good morning. How may I help you today?
Meet Benjamin Dirks.
Can I interest you in anything else?
Ben, as he's known, is the newest employee at Donut Hut and Deli in downtown Bakersfield.
This is a little elbow grease.
He's really good. He's a good worker.
As an adult with special needs, it isn't easy finding employment, but Ben did.
I just wanted to contribute to a part of the community and help show people with special needs and developmental disorders that they can do anything they set their minds to, and they can have a job and hold one. Your total is $199.
Ben is the first graduate of the Supported Employment Program at New Advances for people with disabilities.
We get to put them through this foundational training that kind of prepares them to go out into the workforce, and then we get the opportunity to go kind of advocate for them and with them and get them a placement out in the community.
5, 6. I have to say this, seeing the people every day with their smiles and I have an excellent boss and everything, an excellent job coach and everything else, I'm saying pretty content working here.
It doesn't hurt that Ben loves donuts.
Oh, I love donuts.
Something he might love just a little more is his new sense of purpose.
Don't listen to the people who tell you that if you could set your mind to it, you can do anything you want. Bye, have a good day.
Good advice right there. You can find Donut Hut and Deli at 2401 M Street. It's open Monday through Saturday, 4 a.m. to noon. You might see Ben there.
We're certainly big fans of it, too.
Yeah.
You might see one of us there.
Exactly.
Typically go there every once in a while because they're open super early, so
Yeah.
that's a nice thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've got one more day with you, Tabitha.
One more.
What's your story tomorrow?
Well, I've done a lot of stories on my family members, so it's a story on one of my family members. I'm sure everyone could figure out who, but, I just shared a story about my great-grandma Edie, so maybe that'll help you on the
I think we've gotten to know her over the last several years.
Yeah, and she's an awesome lady, but actually the story that I'm going to do tomorrow, I guess I should just tell everyone, is on my dad. So the story I did on my dad as a teacher.
So wonderful, too.
Yeah, I'll be doing
Love
that
this
story.
one.
And, everybody is stressing out that I'm leaving Bakersfield. I'm not leaving Bakersfield. I'll let you know tomorrow on 17 News at Sunrise where
We'll
I'm going.
still see you around. So.
Yeah, you'll still see me around.
All right, thanks, Tabs. Well, the Bakersfield restaurant makes it on a Yelp list of top places to eat in the country.
Yeah, we'll tell you where and how it ranked coming up next in your 17 Business Watch.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
A longtime bait shop is about to close after more than 30 years. Bob's Kern River Bait on Niles Street first opened in 1985. Unfortunately, store manager Ben Rutledge says the business is being dragged down by state laws that make it pricier to buy fishing products, combined with the growing popularity of online shopping.
With the internet sales and the big box stores, small businesses are having a hard time competing.
Rutledge also says in July they won't be able to sell ammunition because they can't do background checks, another blow to sales. Rutledge says they're still in the process of closing the shop, but they aren't going away completely. Their other location on South Chester Avenue will stay open. Adventist Health is making changes to some of its services that could impact around 46 Bakersfield and Tehachapi employees. The company said in a statement it has submitted a warning notice about a plan to transition its security services to Allied Universal, its environmental services to Crothall Healthcare, and facility services to JLL in March. The goal is to improve service quality and outcomes for patients. The company says impacted associates will not lose their jobs and their employment will remain in the local community. Yelp has put together a list of the top 100 places to eat this year, and Bakersfield made the grade. This list was based on reviews and ratings, plus input from Yelp's community managers. For Bakersfield, the popular barbecue joint Pork Chop and Bubba's ranked 14th on the list. If you're a fan of Karen Waugh's Pop Kern, you might remember she took us inside the kitchen at Pork Chop and Bubba's while looking for the best barbecue in town. Many viewers recommended the place in our comments section. It's not the only California restaurant placed high on that list. Shawarma Guys in San Diego took the top spot, while Pisces and Poke Ramen took the second. And if you want to watch any of our Pop Current episodes, just head to our website, kget.com. Go to Community tab to find a special webpage.